What's good, y'all? WRX here, back with another video, man. Today we're going to be explaining why I bought an STI. So why don't we pull the car in the garage, and then I'll explain why I did it, why I went with the 2021, and why it looks like how it is, how it's looking right now. So let's go ahead and pull the car in, and let's get this thing started, bro. Let's get this thing started. Fail. Well, that was my attempt in trying to slide this thing in here, but anyways, let's go ahead and cover the license plate because I don't need you guys covered trying to see my license plate. That's for you cops. Okay. Anywho, so why did I go with an STI and why did I choose 2021 STI and specifically? Basically, I wasn't really looking for a 21 STI. I was looking at like a 19, 20. I wasn't really like trying to pick an STI that day that I got my STI. It's I got, like I said, I think it's like 3 videos ago. I got a letter in the mail basically saying that Subaru wanted to buy my WRX off of me in order to get one of the STIs off the lot. So in order for me to get the STI off the lot, obviously, when I got there, I asked them all the questions. I said, what's this little letter for? What is this going on? Like, what is this? Basically, long story short, they told me that I'm buying an STI today. So it was either this blue, which I am obsessed with this blue, because I don't know if you guys ever noticed, but when this blue hits like the light, it's like a bright blue, but like at night, it's like almost like a pearl, like it's like a really cool color. So especially when you get under gas, like gas station lighting, it's so beautiful. So that's one reason why I chose this color, because it was either this color, white, and silver. Now I would have chose white just because white looks really good, especially in the STIs. It looks amazing. But I already have a couple friends and family members who have Subis and they have white ones, so I didn't want to just copy and have, you know, 4 or 5 of us all be white Subis. You get me? So, and then I didn't want the ice silver just because I see too many STIs that are ice silver, and I see a lot of WRXs that are ice silver. Don't get me wrong, I see a lot of WRXs in this color. I've maybe seen in the past 2 months I've owned this car, I think I've seen like maybe 4 STIs, but like a good amount of WRXs are in this blue pearl color. So, oops. Anyways, so that's the reason why I chose this color for the STI. If I really wanted to choose a color, I think I would have went with like graphic, the gray color. Sheesh, bro. I'm trying to bust videos, bruh. You're on the vlog.
What?
I said you're on the vlog.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Goodbye.
no, yeah, you're on, bro.
Goodbye.
Wait, what do you? Sheesh. I guess we're cutting this shit out. What the hell was I talking about? I don't know what I was talking about. Okay, let's just say. So okay, well we went blue. That's just for most. Oh, if I was to choose a color, it would be either black. Obviously, black just looks dope. The dark gray, or honestly, I probably would have went with my red again. That way, I could have been just same thing. A lot of people have been asking me why I haven't changed my name to Rager STI. I don't wanna change my name to Rager STI because even though it is an STI, when you look up this, like when you look up these like body styles, like these years, 15 and newer, you like for me when you put it on like Auto Tempest and you have to put Subaru WRX STI, you get me? So like back then, 2014 and lower, you would say Subaru Impreza WRX STI or Subaru Impreza WRX. So when you put Subaru WRX STI, I'm still technically in that body style. I mean, obviously it's not an STI, or obviously it's not a WRX, but it's an STI. But that's one reason why I haven't changed my name. I feel like people know me as Rager Rex, you know, or people call me Rager sometimes when I meet at car meets. So I'd rather just stick to that name. Plus, I mean, it's not like the red WRX died. It's just it was that time to go, and that comes up to the next question of why I traded in my WRX for this STI. Number one reason, guys, was because at that point, 400 horsepower, it was like I was gonna either do an STI trans swap, you know, axles, trans, diff, all that. I was already looking at big brake kit already, and honestly, like the deal was just way too good to pass up. I mean, they gave me $22K for my WRX. Mind you, this is a full bolt-on E85. I think I had like 70 something miles on the car, and you know, to get a brand new STI, oh, and this car only had 10 miles on the car, like, and they knocked the sticker price off by like 10 G's. So instead of paying 48 for this car MSRP, I paid out the door it was 39. So I mean, it was kind of like a no-brainer. You get me? Like I was basically paying for a like limited WRX, but getting an STI. And mind you, this doesn't have the sunroof. Mind you, this doesn't have was it the blind spot monitoring that the limited comes with, and the speaker system. But honestly, I didn't really care for that. I didn't have a sunroof in my WRX. I didn't have a sunroof in my car before that, so I didn't really need a sunroof. You get me? The speaker system I can always do myself. I can always, you know, slap in one big ass 12 with surround speakers and all that, and then I'm good. Blind spot monitoring. Honestly, I'm probably gonna take these mirrors off and put APR mirrors on it. So that's the reason why I didn't get a limited. So I just went with the basic one. Even this base model, it's amazing, bro. It's so incredible how it is to a WRX. So, I guess the next question would be like major changes. Or actually, I didn't really even answer that question right. So the reason why I went with this STI also is because it already had the brakes, it had the trans. For the 19s and newer, they have forward rods and pistons from the factory already in the motor. So I've been looking up online, and then I've been seeing a couple people make, you know, 450, 500, and I've seen a couple people even make 550, you know, horsepower. And I've seen a couple people who are crazy and they make 500 to the wheels on a stock block 19 or newer STI. So for me, it's like it's more exciting for me because honestly, with the WRX, I was hitting 400, and it was kind of like I was right there. Like I could have easily blown the motor, I could have blown the turbo, I could have snapped axles, something could have gone wrong in the car. You get me? So for the STI now, since it's a lot stronger, has a better trans, better axles, and obviously this motor is built. I mean, this is a powerhouse now. I don't even know what oh, my bad, I was reading the text message. So I don't even know what the limit is on this car. Especially what I've talked to a couple people at Cobb, and I was waiting for OTS maps. I'm still waiting on OTS maps for this car. With the 21s, they don't even know, like, they don't even know yet. I had called Cobb and said, hey, for the 19 or for the 2021, can't you just slap on the 2020 OTS maps? And he was saying that no, the 21 is actually a whole new tune. So a lot of you guys were confused, or a lot of you guys were asking, you know, like, oh, why did this STI keep up with a full bolt-on WRX? Well, one, it's probably because I had those unequal link headers. They're not the best performance part, but for me personally, I mean, it was just great sounding, and I made decent power out of it. If I had maybe the pairing equal lengths, I probably would have made, I don't know, 420 maybe horsepower. So it would have been like 10-15 more horsepower than my unequals, but the unequaled, to me personally, just sounded better. Every equal length WRX I've heard, it just sounds the same. So for me to be a little bit different with unequal length headers, it was obviously a plus for me. For two, like I said, with this car, no one knows, what this car is capable of yet. And since I don't even have OTS maps yet, like I can't even put a downpipe on it. I can't even put, an intake on it because I don't even want to like mess with the car yet. But this car, I'm telling you guys, is quick for 2021 STIs, if you got one, like, then you guys know these are ridiculously like quicker than a normal STI. I've raced stock for stock STI 2020. I've raced a WRX with intake, with pretty much full bolt on, and a tune, and I kept up with it, and I was right there next to it, and I had a full car. So these cars are obviously quicker. Show, babe. All right. So this STI, I'm telling you, it's fast. Like WRXs, stock STIs, I got them. And obviously, you guys are probably gonna be like, "No, this car's modded, blah blah blah." I'm telling you, there's no access port in this car. I have not tuned it. Literally just a catback, Gretty RS race catback, which is quiet. And all I've really done is just aesthetics. Really, I've done the wheels, obviously from my last car. So I was an easy slide in. That obviously the APR wing from the last video. I got the license plate relocator from my last car. And the STI front strip bar thing. Yeah, I have that, and that actually is a limited edition, just for, I think it was like for like the 15 to 17 STIs. Woohoo! Not my phone. So that was like for a limited edition, which I ended up getting when I was still at the dealership, and like it's cool when you pop the hood, you see. It says STI in there. It's cool. But this car is fast. I'm gonna start recording a little bit more when I drive, obviously. I'm gonna try to get more like racing. That way you guys can see like the potential of how this car is. Mind you, GoPros are not that good quality at night. So I'm gonna try to my best. If need to be, I probably try to record off my phone, but it's probably not going to be even better. So, but I'm going to get you guys that footage. That way you guys can see in person, or on the video that, I'm not just talking, I'm just not talking freely like this. This car is quick. So that's not one of the reasons why I bought the car. I mean, obviously as an STI, so I thought like, oh, like later on down the line, it's going to be fast. But once I raced against my own WRX, I was shocked. I was like, wow, like this STI is fast. Like, and I've raced stock STIs before my WRX, and I've completely obliterated them. And so to race this car against my WRX, and I was like losing by like half a car, like that's insane. So, yeah. So if you're planning on buying an STI, do your homework. Do your research. Obviously, this is brand new, so I'm going to be getting all the necessary STI parts that I need to be. So, for example, cylinder 4 cooling mod, that's for sure going to be getting on here. I'm probably going to go with I was going to go with an AOS system, but I think I'm going to go with a catch can, just because I'm very OCD when it comes to like my oil, especially with this car, because working at the dealership, I've seen a lot of kids come in with brand new STIs right off the lot, blow up at 7-8K because obviously they don't do their oil change. So, keep in mind, this is basically this is a souped up car. This is a sports car, a race car. So I like to do my oil changes around 4K. So every 4K I try to get my oil changed. I consistently check it. Like after like 3K, I'll start checking my oil, just because like I said, I get very OCD with it. So I like to make sure like my car is, all the fluids are topped off and everything is good, which I think every car enthusiast should do. But I mean, especially with a sensitive motor like this, I just want to make sure everything is A-okay. And that goes with brake lines and all that stuff. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be getting Stop Tech. I'm gonna get the full Stop Tech kit for this car once these brakes go out, front and rear. I like the drill. Don't get me wrong, the drilled rotors are awesome. But I I went to the dealership and they want to charge me over like $1,000 to do pads and rotors. Like, that's insane. I get it. It is Brembo. I get it. I understand. But like, sheesh, $1,000, bro. Like, good God. Like, so I'd rather just buy Stop Tech slotted rotors, Hawk pads, and Stop Tech braided steel line, and be a-okay. So with that, you know, I'll probably do the Cusco catch can. Definitely gonna start doing all the Cusco under structure bracing, all that stuff. I'm for sure getting the trans mount, diff mount, the other ones that are up here. Coilovers, I don't know what coilovers I want to go with. I kind of wanted to keep the car like JDM as possible. Obviously, that's APR, so I know it's not JDM. I know. I don't have money for a Barris wing, but I mean, so far it's just flowing. So I definitely want to keep this JDM as possible. So I'm gonna try to find JDM parts, but that's one of the reasons why I went with an STI as well is because they're like the parts are so cheap. Okay, so we're back, and I think that's all the reasons why I bought the STI. I mean, it was kind of like I said, it was just kind of a no-brainer. Just it was a great deal. It's an STI. It was brand new, 10 miles in the car. Yeah, it's like to get rid of the WRX and kind of start all over with performance-wise. But what I did realize that when I went performance first is that, you know, you pull up to a car meet or you pull up to, you know, a car show and no one really cares about the power because it's all about your looks. So with this car already being that quick, I'm going to probably focus more on how the car looks. So, you know, because especially with California right now, it's so bad right now. It's ridiculously loud. Like I had a cop the other day tell me that my exhaust was too loud. Mind you, it's a catback and it's a Greddy RS race catback. And if you guys know about the Greddy RS race catback, it's one of the most quietest exhausts that you can get for your car. I mean, I could go with a Nvidia R400 and it could probably be a lot quieter, but it's like, you get me? Like I told the cop too. I was like, "What do you mean? How is this loud? Like there's brand new, you know, Hellcat, Challenger, Camaros, Corvettes that sound louder than this. What do you mean?" And he was like, "Oh, that's from the factory. They're quiet." Like, okay, I guess, you know. But I mean I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to stop the whole takeover thing, but you can't knock us car enthusiasts for still this car still can pass the smog. So why is my cat back? You get me? In other words, that's besides the point. Anyways, that's the reason why I bought my 21 STI. If you have bought a 21 STI, I highly suggest you enjoy it and you're waiting for your OTS maps like how I am waiting for my OTS maps. If you have a 19 or 20 STI, it's not to say your STI is, you know, less than mine, but there's definitely a different tune. And I'll be seeing you guys soon.